day 83.
We're leaving Borovets and the beautiful fairy tale forest, and we're heading down to Plovdiv, the oldest city in the whole of Europe.
It is. It's a long day, 120 k's.
And it's the start of our last week of cycling to Istanbul.
Very exciting. Been a beautiful ride through the forest down the hill.
The scenic slow route.
Lovely doing downhills.
Looking back from about 15 k's out, we can see Musala very clearly. There's the peak we were standing on yesterday. It's quite thrilling.
And the weather is just perfect.
Yes.
We found a lovely little bakery for our breakfast in this town. It's called Mama's Bakery. And very happy. We've gone back for seconds now because it was so delicious. We've left the main road to take a back country road in parallel, which is much quieter. This is the second MiG fighter jet we've seen displayed in a town. We're taking a back road along through farmland to avoid the busy road as we're coming into town. This is very sad. The sunflowers are dead. But that means that their seeds will be feeding lots of birds sometime soon. And they're harvesting the sunflowers. I've never seen that before. Now this is what an Olympic level rowing facility looks like. I don't think Brisbane's going to be building a permanent one of those. Nice to enter Plovdiv along a bikeway along the riverside. We're almost at our accommodation, so looking forward to some relaxing. This is the ancient Plovdiv theatre, Roman theatre, which the excavations are underground and the whole city carries on over the top. There are so many layers of history in the city. This is an old Roman wall related to the stadium, and then there's a 14th century mosque that's built above that, and then 19th and 20th century buildings around about that. So well done. I feel inadequate because I don't have big enough and bushy enough facial hair.
The gardens of Plovdiv. Flowers everywhere. Just beautiful.
We're walking up to the statue of the Red Soldier with his machine gun at the ready, standing over Plovdiv, and the most amazing view out over the city.
Looking from the top of Plovdiv out to the Rhodope Mountains, we narrowly avoided going over those mountains.
Here's the statue of the Red Soldier looking out over Plovdiv, and it's to commemorate the liberation of the city by the Soviet soldiers at the end of World War II. And what does the inscription say, Gail?
To the glory of the liberating army. So Ethel and I are doing our favourite thing. We've gone clothes shopping in Plovdiv. Look at all the boutiques. Wow, this is so why we came. But actually, this is a view into the restored part of the theatre. Can you see it there? It's in the basement.
So nice to have lovely big fountains in the city, which is quite hot in summer.
Pterodactyls. Well, we walked right to the end of the shopping street and we were looking for the ancient columns of the theatre, but they aren't there anymore. So we couldn't find ancient columns. We found golden arches instead. Ethel, why did you make me do it? We had milkshake. Oh, so bad. We're in the most ancient city in Europe and we had McDonald's.
And here's the ancient forum, squashed between some roads and modern buildings.
We're wandering through the old city of Plovdiv and seeing fascinating styles of houses. This is the ethnographic museum, and we've seen churches, Beautiful gardens and all the traditional houses, a lot of them from the 18th century, 19th century.
Leveling these old streets, the cobbled streets of Plovdiv. You have to watch where you put your feet because it's very unstable.
We're at the hill of Nebe Tepe, which was from the 4th century BC, looking out over a cistern that I think Philip of Macedon had put in, and the very interesting designs on the buildings, which we've been seeing quite a bit of in Plovdiv.
This spectacular view of Plovdiv is from the top of the fortress hill. You can see the red soldier over there, and we're living down at the bottom there, and these big old Roman and pre-Roman fortifications. These stone walls are some of the earliest, from 200 to 300 BCE, so over 2,300 years old. It's quite incredible.
Looking up at the 3rd century wall of Philippopolis and the Bulgarian revival style from 1848.
This is the ancient theatre, and there's a theatre company doing a rehearsal down there with beautiful views out of the city. The singing fountains at night are beautiful. This sign is telling us it's just 403 kilometers to Istanbul. That's not much. It's day 84. We're heading out from Plovdiv, heading to
Haskovo, which is 90 kilometers.
Lovely bikeway along the river's edge. It's a beautiful way to leave the city. That was a beautiful way to enter the city. We've been riding along with an immense wind, thankfully at our backs, and so making good progress. The views over here are lovely, with wide open plains and the mountains far in the distance. We just had the most amazing experience. We sat down in this park in a little village in who knows where to make ourselves some coffee, and the park was abandoned. We sat down, and suddenly a guy came and sat down, and then his friend came and sat down, and then his daughter came and sat down, and his wife came and sat down.
And they all were chatting to us, but no one knew anyone's language, so we were just saying names. And then she went and got us water and got us some morning treats for tea.
It was so lovely, kind. So lovely. Almost at Haskovo, just 15 k's to go. This is such a lovely area, but unfortunately the road is under construction, and so it's unrivaled. Well, that was hard, but at least now the gravel's a bit more compact, so we can ride a bit better.
It's day 85 and we're leaving Haskovo, and we've got about 110 k's to Edirne. Today's the day that we go into Turkey, which is a new country for us.
It's very exciting.
Very exciting. We've just done over 7,000 kilometers yesterday. We got to 7,005.
We've got another day with wind behind our backs.
Good.
It's going to be a long day of cycling, but hopefully it'll be good.
Let's do it.
There's Humpty Dumpty singing on the wall. That's funny. And a pretty clock tower an old style clock tower with a new one just around the corner. Lovely expansive views and the ability to appreciate them when we're on a quieter road. We're loving riding along this rural road with the wind at our back and no traffic. It's such a pleasure. There's a beautiful looking horse cart just ahead. We do love the local peaches.
Oh, so good. Oops.
Very delicious. And we love the local views. And we're going through one of these oak forests again. On a nice quiet road. We're in a really remote forest. Oak forest along the road. And we hardly see any cars. It's a very backcountry area. Welcome back to Greece. And there's absolutely no traffic on this road, which is great because we're really worried about riding on here.
Yay!
We had planned to get off this road because I thought it was going to be a busy motorway, but there's no one on it, just us almost. And so we're going to stick on this road all the way down to the Turkish border. Nice.
It's alive!
It is. Off to Turkey. Almost there. Welcome to Turkey.
Our sixth new country.
It almost wasn't welcome.
We're
to
very
Turkey.
shell-shocked right now and shaky.
And embarrassed because the border guard says, how long have you been in the Schengen zone? Well, it's on your system. No, where's the stamps? Oh no, it takes forever to work out. And
then he says to us, I don't want to see you back here. We said, no, we're not coming back to the Schengen zone, we're going to Turkey. So we're feeling relieved. We arrive at Turkey side and the guy looks at us and says, visa? Where's your visa? Did we know we needed a visa for Turkey?
no.
Aren't Australians allowed anywhere they want to go? Usually, but not Turkey. So we weren't allowed back into Greece. We weren't allowed into Turkey. We were in the no man's zone.
And Gail was making plans to get to Romania. I said, no, surely there must be an online system. And there's an online visa application, which took us, what, an hour and a half?
Well, it only took us an hour and a half because we kept losing signal and we were shaky and writing the wrong numbers and the wrong birth dates and who knows what. But thankfully it was instantaneous. As soon as we paid the money, the visa came through and we have never been
So relieved.
so relieved. We were almost like Tom Hanks in the terminal where we just couldn't go backwards, couldn't go forwards. Eventually they would have just shoveled us out of there.
Yes.
So welcome to Turkey. Relaxed. Very relaxed. Today is the 25th of August and it's been declared a day of eating. We just bought a malaga from this amazing pastry shop. What do you reckon?
I'm hungry. We're in the beautiful central mosque here in Edirne, and the decorations and the patterns are just so stunning. Beautiful.
It's so fascinating because the main things that Prophet Muhammad objected to was the iconography and the use of graven images in the Christian churches. So you'll see in all mosques there's no graven images. There can be patterns, but there won't even be images of nature either. There's obviously writing on the walls. Athel is trying out the Turkish tea and banoffee pie.
What was it called?
Malaga, I think.
It's delicious. heading into one of the largest mosques from the Ottoman times.
Looking to the old mosque from the 1400s and all the way around past the Edirne council offices. And we get to the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Selimiye Mosque. What has Ethel got? It's called Kazan Divi, and we don't know what it is. Hopefully it's sweet, because I think he said it looks like milk tart.
It looks like milk tart. It's very jelly in consistency. Oh, nice.
Is it goat's bile?
It's sort of like milk tart, but not.
Ah, good.
This is another mosque here near Edirne called the three-tiered mosque, the three-balcony mosque, because the one tower has got 3 balconies going up because it's so tall. And at the time of its being built, it was the biggest in the Ottoman Empire.
There's a lot of uniformity in the artwork, but then there's also a lot of originality in the way that all the alcoves are so different. It's very inspiring.
Inside the mosque courtyard, it's all quiet and still and calm. And then outside you have the city carrying on its business.
Goodbye Adali Guest House and the cat. We are leaving now for Kirklareli on day 86. Just a lovely, lovely setting. They look after so well and proudly. Just made beautiful for us. Ethel's getting the bikes ready under the grapevines and we're about to go.
Well, we're out on the wide open plains and the black back roads of Türkiye, and it's lovely and everyone's hooting at us to say well done. This looks like it's from an Alfred Hitchcock thriller, Birds, but it's not. It's just the Edirne rubbish tip and all those storks coming to get their pickings. We are loving this riding through the Turkish countryside. It's really beautiful. Hello. Oh, that was the first crash of the trip. It's a really loose gravel and I lost control and slid out. No damage done there, but sore. I just came off on a soft bit of gravel and went sliding along the gravel road, which was fun.
He's got a hole in his cycling shirt on the 4th to last day of cycling, but he survived.
I did. I'm just very sore.
He's shaken. We're on the sandy road, still hoping to get off it soon. Ethel's still going too fast.
Well, I just patched myself up thanks to the public tap outside this mosque, which is such a great service.
He's still feeling a bit shaken, but he's looking a bit stronger.
And my leg is so sore. It's like I've had a bully give me a lamey and it's just not giving up.
So at least I can keep up with him now.
This is the first mosque of such bright colours we've seen thus far. We'll call it the Blue Mosque. Riding across the Thracian plains. Kirklareli has this lovely boulevard with just people and restaurants. We're leaving Kirklareli after a very lightning stop last night. Feeling refreshed, going along a highway which has no traffic. Leaving Kirklareli on back roads now. We're going along on gravel back roads again, but this time I'm being very careful. I don't want to have another crash.
We're in the town of Lillebergers in the central area. We were looking for lunch. Ethel said there must be a shop called Lilleberger here, but there isn't. But what did we find?
We're having a local pizza. They gave us sandals to start with. And I thought, oh, those look like nice peppers. And they're not. They're very, very hot chilies.
But he's narrowly survived. We didn't want to film the traumatic part.
Enjoying our pita here in Lilleberger.
We're sitting in a beautiful cemetery 40 k's out from Sare. After fighting with an awful headwind, we're now taking a break every 10 kilometers, and partly it's because of this. This wonderful fellow stopped us just outside the last town and gave Ethel a watermelon. And then when he saw me arriving, he said, oh, two or something, and went and gave Ethel another watermelon. So Ethel's bag is very full of watermelon, and we're going to start eating it every 10 kilometers.
We have such a wind.
It's the hardest day of cycling.
This is the hardest day. It's like cycling up a major hill, but it's flat. Oh, but happy days. There's the city in front of us. Thank goodness gracious me. All the places we've come from, but now we just need to rest here. It's day 88 and we're heading out from Surrey.
And we've got about 100 k's today, but we don't have accommodation for tonight because we're going to camp on a river, which looks like it's for camping, but we're a little bit concerned.
And there's no accommodation anywhere in Turkey for tonight. I don't know what's happening, but
it's our second to last day of cycling though, and our last night on the road.
Yeah, exciting. Not traffic with goats on the road. It's the glamorous life of the bicycle traveller. A coffee and and a wafer in the park. These fans are so bad, they should switch them off to reduce the wind a little bit. Very happy to be off the gravel and onto a nice smooth tar road. We are staying at the Camperist
in Insages, and we did 73 kilometers today.
We did.
Bad wind for the last part. It's our last camping night in this tent for our big epic adventure.
It is. It's our last day of cycling across Europe.
The day has finally arrived. It's day 89 and it's our last 80 k's into Istanbul, a city of 17 million people, and 2 more are on the way.
Well, let's go. All the wind turbines are going, but thankfully the wind is not going too strongly, and we're headed down there to the coast where you can just see the profile of Istanbul. As we cycle through Turkey and getting closer to Istanbul, Ataturk's profile is everywhere.
Yeah, he was a real hero. Very impressive. Guys, great news. We're almost finished cycling across the continent of Africa. Europe. We're on the byways, not so much the highways this morning. Very pretty flowers, but we're not really sure if this is going to take us somewhere. Ethel, where are you?
Wandering through the wilds.
He's going through the wilds next to the trains. We're getting there.
I'd much rather have cattle getting in our way than dogs in town chasing us.
Here comes Ethel with our final breakfast on the road that he's just bought from the market, from Çergioglu's.
We are amazed by the amount of truck traffic we are seeing on these roads. It's like the whole of Istanbul is under constant construction. This is so much better than riding along that truck-infested road. Nice and quiet, downhills through the country. And this is why there's so much truck traffic. Istanbul is expanding rapidly and there's just construction everywhere. But we're making our way along, slowly but surely. More construction skyline. And there's a sign, but we don't know what it means. It doesn't look like it says no entry. We're carrying on with the map route. I said there was no issue with getting through, but we went past some security guards and they looked very, very confused as to where we were coming from. But we just waved and said hi and carried on. Nice to enter Istanbul along a little parkland. It's been hard work cycling into Istanbul. We're still got a few more kilometers to go, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Going along the waterfront.
Alongside the Borovets inlet, heading towards the Marmara Sea, we think. Not too far, about 40 k's out of the main part of Istanbul. We've just had a lovely picnic and a sit down on the promenade, looking out over the inlet, and now we're heading off for our last 32 k's into the city. We've reached the Marmara Sea. It sounds so exotic.
And there's all the people enjoying the Friday afternoon sunshine and all the ships waiting to go through passage. Quite a queue. There's the city.
Athel, how did you feel coming around the corner and seeing Istanbul?
Very excited. We're right here, just 10 or 15 kilometers away.
Very good. There's the edge of Europe, everyone. It's out there. We've arrived at the Regency Hyatt for our final nights of the tour, our big splash out. Let's go have the caviar, Athel. This is very thrilling because we're standing at the Theodosian walls. These are 1600 years old, these sea walls, and they were responsible for Constantinople being impregnable for so long.
We're now going to be going along the bikeway, which is along the railway line. So this cycleway goes along what used to be the other rail line, so it's just a single rail line into the city and a bikeway. We are here, we're in Istanbul. We made it at the Bosphorus. So there's the western side, the old Constantinople, and the bridge over the Bosphorus Strait separates Asia and Europe, and there's the Asian side. It's a very impressive mosque and huge flags. Such an impressive city.
Almost 5 months ago, we were on the coast of West Donegal, touching to start off our European Odyssey, and here we are. Athel is touching the Bosphorus, the end of Europe, and he has done it officially, along with that green slime. It's quite dramatic. How do you feel, Athel?
I feel refreshed.
Yeah, very good. What an achievement. Well done.
The wild and woolly Bosphorus. We made it to Istanbul.